Representative Chuck Edwards, a second-term congressman representing the western North Carolina, faced a large and pretty angry group inside the Asheville auditorium. His district is largely Republican, and he won re-election last year by 13 percentage points. But that big margin of victory was not in evidence with the crowd last night.
I was proud to vote recently for the House budget resolution, which provides the framework. And you wonder why folks don't want to do these town halls.
The protesters had an extensive list of grievances, including all the federal layoffs, the DOGE budget cuts. They grilled Edwards on cuts to the VA staffing, and the mere mention of President Trump and his tariffs or Elon Musk triggered roars of scathing derision.
President Trump, on his first trip out of Washington, D.C., the American people sent President Trump back to the White House and Republican majorities of the House and Senate with a border.
Where are you afraid of Trump?
Why is a non-elected person running our government?
All right, the police were on hand to escort that last man in the baseball cap out. He was a veteran.
You don't get to take away our rights. You don't get to take our house and get off of it. You don't get to do this to us.
He was very upset because 1/3 of all the federal government employees being laid off right now by Elon Musk and DOGE are veterans. The crowd inside the auditorium cheered and applauded him as he was led away. Outside, a group of some 3,000 people gathered, also protesting against President Trump. They're chanting, "Shame on Trump." Facing an angry crowd is no walk in the park. But Congressman Edwards not only showed up, he suffered the slings and arrows for the 90-minute session, the whole session, as he promised. He didn't walk out early like some of his other Republican congressman colleagues have done. His district has been through a lot this past year, getting slammed by Tropical Storm Helene last October and enduring a tough recovery that's still running into hurdles with the federal government. Well, joining us now is Congressman Chuck Edwards himself. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I have a feeling this interview will be a walk in the park compared to what you faced last night. You and your fellow Republicans were advised not to hold these town halls. Why did you go ahead and do so anyway?
Well, first of all, I'm accountable to the people in my district in western North Carolina, not to anyone in Washington, D.C., although I know their intentions were honorable. They were given advice that they thought that folks should take. My district just went through, as you mentioned, serious natural disaster. And I think a town hall is a great time to try to pull community together and refocus on rebuilding. And then plain and simple, I am really proud that President Trump and myself, my Republican colleagues, are doing exactly what the folks in America ask us to do, and that is go to Washington, D.C. and make change. I believe that I shouldn't shy away from those accomplishments. I should spend more time talking about them, in addition to listening to see if folks have some different approaches or tactics that we could use to accomplish the same things.
That was a tough crowd. You had repeatedly asked them to let you answer the questions. They interrupted you. They even at one point called you a traitor. What are people most angry about?
I think they're most angry about the fact that President Trump was elected and the fact that he's doing exactly what he told us that he would plan to do: close the border, restore energy dominance, to help protect our neighborhoods, to bring fiscal responsibility back to Washington, D.C., tells me that he is right over the target. And there are a lot of folks upset that he's being as successful as he is so far, doing exactly what he said he would do.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.